What's personal to me about owning a Home Instead Senior Care franchise is that it's about giving back. I had been one of my father's caretakers when he was battling cancer, and that experience, which initially looked like a very challenging experience, ended up being a true gift to me. My father and I bonded so well during that time, and it was just a time in my life that I will always cherish, and I'll always have a special place in my heart for caregiving. Additionally, since then, I have worked in healthcare for the past 8 years, and so I think that, coupled with my caregiving past, truly made owning a Home Instead Senior Care be a next right step in my life.
Well, it was hard. We had an issue almost 3 years ago where my father had a very bad spill, and he ended up in Baptist Hospital for a number of weeks, and then he was moved to a rehab center so he could get physical therapy and work on those things. In the meantime, there were a lot of decisions that we had to make, my brother and my sister and I together, and I think part of it was when he was in that rehab center, we didn't find that he did well in that environment. We found that what we saw was he became a patient.
I feel more comfortable, I'd say, being at my own home and living there so long in that building, in that one house, you know.
When we talked about bringing somebody into the house, I think Dad was relieved rather than upset. He sort of brightened at the idea. Oh, Home Instead, yeah. I can stay here and they'll come in and, you know, take me to my doctors.
So the family are going to have to take time out of their lives, their work, their weekends, their personal time to care for their loved ones.
There was always all this coordination we had to do. We would take turns going to the house. You know, we actually had a schedule. I don't know what Dad knows about this, but we had like a little spreadsheet of whose turn it was, what weekend was yours, what doctor's appointments were yours, what your duties were. And with the three of us, it was still, you know, a bit overwhelming.
This frees them up to tend to themselves with the understanding that their loved ones are being cared for just as they would care for them.
And that makes their responsibility maybe a little lighter, I guess you'd say, so they don't have to feel that they come and visit me every day or something like that.
Not only does Home Instead know what the client needs, but they also know the strengths of their caregivers. Working with the elderly population, they often feel alone and neglected. So to have someone come in who takes a personal interest, not in just doing the assigned task, but have a personal interest in the person themselves.
Who takes care of my dad is very personal. That's my daddy, you know. That's the one I used to sit on his lap. And they acknowledge this is not just a business. You know, this is a personal business. You're talking about people's lives, and it's not selling shoes. It has to be very well thought out, very careful. And just as you wouldn't put your baby with just anybody, you're not going to put your dad or your mom with just anybody. You're going to be very careful. And I think that Home Instead understands that.
Caring for seniors while helping them maintain a home-based lifestyle has been our mission from the very beginning. And now we are worldwide experts in our field. Our overall goal is to provide quality care through extraordinary relationships, ultimately enhancing the lives of seniors. Home Instead caregivers are professionally trained, bonded, and insured. But most importantly, they value the relationship with each senior they care for. They are committed to understanding each senior on an individual and personal level, to learn about current needs and anticipate future ones so they may be addressed ahead of time. There are a variety of services your Home Instead caregiver can provide. And as your relationship with Home Instead Senior Care grows, we will help you with those services that best suit your interests, activities, and needs.
Yeah, I do have a busy life. I do work full-time, and Mom was a constant worry for me. Being the only girl, the boys defer to me, my 3 brothers defer to me quite a bit, and just monitoring her and knowing what's going on with her. And of course, as a mother-daughter, our relationship's totally different than it is with the boys. So I had become very worried about Mom, because I was the one that was noticing that she was losing weight, that she was visiting friends less frequently and that sort of thing. And I didn't know what to do about it, but I was very worried, and it was very stressful for me. And you know, I didn't know how. I did feel guilty about not being able to be there for her more often. And then I think it was over Christmas break, she had a bad spell where she just wasn't feeling well, and so we came back to her and once again, you know, approached the idea of having Home Instead come and have a caregiver come and help her eat better and take her medications properly and that sort of thing. And she, well, basically just said, well, if you kids think that's what's best for me, then I guess I'll give it a try.
When your family insists on something, I guess you have to go along with it. But I still say I don't need anyone, you know.
It was apparent to me that Home Instead could do what we were looking for, you know, because we were looking for somebody who could be a companion and yet help monitor these other parts of Mom's life that needed to come together. And so I came over with my brothers, and we talked with the Home Instead administrative staff about how it would work, and we were very impressed and decided point blank that day that, you know, this is what we thought would be best for Mom.
Well, she was very distant. She just didn't feel she needed anybody in there to take care of her, because her statement was that she was independent, she doesn't need any help, and that she was fine. So you could tell that she was distant. So you just kind of work on that and just give them some space, but let them accept you coming in.
Well, I think she's genuinely interested in the people she cares for. Very much so. A lot more than somebody just looking at it as a job. She takes a personal interest and tries to help whomever needs whatever help, you know.
Well, Anna, she likes it when I come in to do the things that she doesn't like to do, but really she likes the companionship, because we communicate, we laugh. She comes up with some stories that are so funny, and she could come up with little sayings that she will make me laugh. She is very funny.
Sally, our Mom's companion, has become like a family member as far as I'm concerned, and my brothers feel the same way, because we share cell phone numbers, we call each other when we want to know things about Mom. It's kind of comical actually, because she'll take her cell phone and go outside, okay, here's what happened with your mother today. But it's been such a comfort knowing that I can contact her and just know how Mom's dealing with a new medication or some new addition to her diet.
She's going to flourish, and she's going to be able to be more independent than what she is right now. And she has grown a lot. When I first started coming there, I worked a lot of hours with her.
Sally has made it so evident to me that it's more than just caregiving in the sense of helping her with her regular routine on a daily basis. It's more about letting her know, as you know, as a caregiver, that she is important, that she is a good person, that she can be a lot more than she is at that present moment, that she could be healthier and happier. And with that daily encouragement that comes from Sally, her caregiver, it is personal. And it goes, and the personal relationship that they experience extends out to all of us as children of my mother and our families. So it's very, very, very personal.
Home Instead Senior Care has always been devoted to providing the highest quality care for your loved one in the comforting atmosphere of their own home. Let us help you create a personalized solution and provide support for you and your loved one so that you can turn this difficult decision into one that will change your life for the better. To you, it's about making the right choice. To us, it's personal.